Please be seated. I would ask that you please turn off your cell phones or put them on vibrate. Good afternoon. I am Pablo Arenas, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. I want to welcome you to Texas A&M International University's 2016 Spring Commencement Ceremony. This is the last of 3 ceremonies we have had today. This afternoon, the College of Education, the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, and University College will award 198 degrees. This morning, the College of Arts and Sciences awarded 306 undergraduate degrees. Earlier this afternoon, the A.R. Sanchez School of Business awarded 151 degrees, and 22 students received their graduate degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences. By the time you guys walk out the door today, we will have graduated 680 students. As is our tradition, we will now present the flags of the nations that are represented in this afternoon's graduating class. As each flag is introduced, will the graduating students from that country please rise and remain standing? Australia. Philippines. Mexico. The United States of America. This afternoon, the United States flag is being presented by members of the TAMIU Army Reserve Officer Training Program. Please rise and join Vanessa Hernandez, who is graduating this afternoon and singing the national anthem. And gentlemen, please remove your hats. Please be seated. This afternoon, the University Mace was carried by Dr. Jim Norris, President of the Faculty Senate. The faculty marshals who led the students in the processional are Dr. Hannah Linus, Assistant Professor of Counseling, Dr. Julio Lujano, Assistant Professor of Nursing, and Mr. Jose Gutierrez, Instructor in the University College. The colleges are recognizing outstanding graduates by asking them to serve as Student Marshal and Banner Bearer. Will you please rise when I call your name, and please remain standing. Serving as Student Marshal for the College of Education is Mireya Montemayor, and the Banner Bearer is Alejandra Nino. Serving as Student Marshal for the College of Nursing and Health Sciences is Giovanna Favorato. The Banner Bearer is Roberto Trujillo. The Marshal and Banner Bearer for University College, he got both jobs, is Carlos Irizarry. Congratulations on your success. You may be seated. I'm now pleased to introduce the stage party. To my left is Dr. Ray Keck, President of the University. Next to him is Mr. Robert Albritton, Texas A&M University System Regent and our commencement speaker. Next to him is Dr. Manita Ramirez, Vice President for Student Success. Next to her is Ms. Candy Hine, Associate Vice President for Institutional Development. We are also joined by Catherine Whiteman, Dean of the College of Education. Linda Walker, Dean of the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. Dr. Conchita Hickey, Dean of University College. Dr. Stephen Sears, Dean of the A.R. Sanchez School of Business. Dr. Tom Mitchell, Dean of College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Jim Norris, who was introduced earlier. Dr. Jeff Brown, Dean of Graduate Studies and Research. And Mr. Joshua Llamas, outgoing President of the Student Government Association. I would also like to introduce Mr. Tito Garcia, who is a member of the LISD School Board and a great friend of this university. I now invite Dr. Keck to the podium to introduce the commencement speaker.
Soon-to-be graduates, parents, family, friends, citizens of South Texas and the world, welcome to this graduation ceremony, May 2016. Gives me great pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Mr. Robert L. Albritton. Robert Albritton graduated from Texas A&M University in 1971 with honors, where he majored in both economics and marketing. Upon graduation, Mr. Albritton was commissioned second lieutenant in the United States Air Force. He's had a storied career in the business world. In 1978, he joined the Texas American Bank as senior vice president. Shortly thereafter, he formed his first independent company, Albritton Development Company, which became the holding company for other ventures, including Mayfair Capital, Albritton Energy, an oil and gas company, and Albritton Partners, a nationally recognized real estate development company. In 1988, he formed Mayfair Investments, LLC, a company he continues to serve as chairman and CEO. In 1994, Mr. Albritton started Railroad Controls Limited, RCL. Under his leadership, RCL became the largest privately owned railroad signaling and communication company in America. Expansion of services to railroads has continued with the formation of RCL Wiring and RCL Burco, another company he continues to serve as chairman and CEO. Mr. Albritton has served on a number of public and private sector boards. He is active in several charitable and civic organizations and is involved in both the United States Golf Association and the Southern Golf Association. Most important and paramount for all of us in this university and throughout Texas, in 2015, he was appointed by our governor, Greg Abbott, regent to the Texas A&M University system. In that capacity, he has oversight of the academic and professional and general well-being of all the students in the Texas A&M University system. Regent Albritton, thank you for coming. Welcome to Laredo.
Good afternoon. President Keck, faculty, staff, parents, grandparents, siblings, friends, and graduates. What a wonderful occasion we are here to celebrate. Now, one of the first things I'm going to do when I'm elected president is I'm going to assure you there's not going to be a damn wall. And that was the wrong speech. Hold on a second. No, before I get into it, though, I do have to share something with all of you all. I was coming over here this afternoon, and I passed by an establishment, and its name is Hal's. And out front of Hal's was this man sitting in a chair, and he had a black band on his arm, and the door was all covered in black crepe. And I said, "Sir, I'm so sorry. Was there a death in the family?" He said, "Oh, no, it's much worse than that." I said, "Well, what in the world could be much worse than that?" And he's got tears, and he says, Oh, Regent Albritton, all my best customers are graduating today." This is indeed a special occasion. Today is the day of the Dust Devil. Today is the culmination of a number of years that each and every one of you all have spent together, culminating in your graduation. As representing the Board of Regents at the Texas A&M system, not only am I here to convey our authority to have President Keck give you your diplomas, I am here to say how incredibly proud we are in the system of each and every one of you all. A lot of people don't know that this school has the highest participation of Hispanic students of any school in the United States of America. This school also has the fourth best, what we call return on investment for the student, simply meaning that the cost of your education as it relates to your future earnings is the best ratio except for 3 other schools in America. And there's not a lot of people that can say that. Now, I know that the vast majority of you all are either nurses or educators. So I feel very safe that if in fact I fall, I will have mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and all kinds of good things. And I also realize if I slaughter the King's English, I have those that will correct me. I will try not to do either. Today is a day of dreams. Today is a day that we begin to look at how do I start the journey of culminating my dream. Every single one of us have to have a dream. It's what keeps us going. We have to have that end spot. We have to have a destination for our journey. And what I ask each and every one of you all to do is to dream and dream big. But I also want you to leave today with a sense of urgency. The world is not going to come to your door. You're going to have to go to the world's door. And you're going to have to go there with total confirmation in your heart and your mind that I'm as good or better than anyone else that may be passing through this door. One of the things that is spectacular about a college, other than bestowing a degree on you, is it gives you the ability to function in the real world. And what do I mean by that? For a lot of you, even though you're starting in education or you're starting in nursing, I'm going to bet that a lot of you sometime in your career are going to move out of that. You're going to pursue some other career. You're going to be successful because of what you've learned here at this university. You've learned to basically absorb knowledge. You've learned to ask the tough questions, and you have proven that you can stick to a task. All those things are ingredients to success. And let's talk about success for a minute. You know, a lot of people, unfortunately, have put a negative label on success. They say success is always at the expense of somebody else. That the only way you're successful is somebody else had to not be successful. Well, that's really not the way the world works. And people look at that as also success is a monetary issue. Success is not a monetary issue. The monetary issue comes as the result of doing a great job, of being successful. Most successful people I know have done an incredible job of giving back, of mentoring, of making the world a better place because they had the ability to do such with their success. So no, success is not a dirty word. And I wish success on each and every one of you all. The other is, please understand that you will not taste the sweetness of success if you're not willing to feel the sting of failure. If you're not willing to take the risk to fail, I will promise you, you will never succeed. Because again, success is failure that's hidden by a millimeter or two. And the next time out, you will succeed. The other is never, ever stop trying. Never stop trying to succeed. You get up, you dust yourself off, you smile, and you remember, why is it that I failed? I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to go out and I'm going to continue to make decisions. And I hope they're good decisions, but there's a risk of failure. If you're not willing to risk that failure, I promise you, you're not going to succeed. Success very seldom comes on the first try. Success comes after many tries, many trials, many tribulations, and bruises. It's not something to be scared of, it's something to embrace, because after each one of those, you have learned something and you've become a better person and a better steward of what you've learned here. As I said earlier, never be afraid to make a decision. While those around you may be frozen, take the lead and decide. It doesn't necessarily have to be the exact right answer, but you have made the decision. You have done something so many others will not do. You will make a decision, and most of the time, believe it or not, that decision will be correct. I would tell you that I've been privileged to know a number of very successful CEOs, and the one thing they all have in common, it's not their degree, it's their perseverance. It's their perseverance day in and day out, that I am going to succeed. I am going to do those things that I need to do to succeed. I sat where you're sitting millennials ago, and we had a commencement speaker, and I can honestly tell you I have no earthly idea who he was or she was. And I certainly don't expect anyone here to remember me. But what I do hope is that you embrace the moment, that you embrace that if I walk away from anything here, I walk away with the lack of fear to succeed and the lack of fear to fail. Let me close with something that's very personal to me. My son, who was a rather rambunctious young man, his senior year in high school, I got a call from the principal, and he said, Mr. Albritton, I've got some bad news for you. I said, well, what's that? He said, I'm going to have to suspend your son. And I said, well, what did he do? And I learned a new term that day, PDA. And I'm going, what in the world is PDA? Oh, well, sir, it's public display of affection. What does that mean exactly? He said, well, sir, we're not going to go into it, but it was just public display of affection. I said, okay. So we're going to have to suspend him. And I said, no, sir, you're not. You're not going to suspend this child. You're going to expel this child. And he said, I beg your pardon? I said, no, you're going to have to expel this child. So I went to school, I picked up my son, and I said, okay, here's the story. We're going to go downtown. This is in Fort Worth. We're going to go downtown, and on this particular street, they had 3 recruiting offices. One was Army, one was Navy, and one was Air Force. And I said, son, pick one. Now, you can imagine what he's looking at me going, this guy's lost his marbles. And unfortunately, we sat there until he decided to go in one. He went in the Navy one. They told him, son, we'd love to have you, but you got to get your GED. So my son got his GED. From there, he went to basic training. From there, he was assigned the USS Teddy Roosevelt. From there, he helped launch the first aircraft in the invasion of Afghanistan. He called me and he said, Dad, I'm not sure if I want to stay or in the Navy or do something else. And I said, well, don't get out until you do know. So about a month later, he called and said, Dad, I know what I want to do. I said, well, what's that? He said, Dad, I want to go to Texas A&M and I want to be a banker. And I said, well, that's great. How are you going to do that? He said, Dad, I'm going to go to junior college. I'm going to try to excel, and then from there, I hope I make the grades to go to Texas A&M. Well, this young man went to junior college in Fort Worth, and he ended up with a 4.0. From there, he was accepted into the Mays Business School at A&M, and he graduated with a 4.0. After that, he was recruited and hired by a banking company and was very successful, and today he runs a very successful company. The point is this: you never, ever, ever, ever quit. Never. You always look at the possibilities, you always dig in, and you never, ever give up. I did something that I haven't done before, which was really fun for me. And I want to close with this, and it was a letter that I wrote, and it's a letter to the world. And I'd like to read it to you if I could, please. It says, Dear world, our dust devils graduate today. It's all going to be sort of strange and new to them, and I wish you would sort of treat them gently. You see, up to now, they have been the king or queen of the roost. They have been boss of the backyard, and their parents have always been near to soothe and repair feelings. But now things are going to be different. Today, they're going to walk across this stage like proud peacocks, wave their hand, and start out on the great adventure. It is an adventure that might take them across continents. It might take them across oceans. It's an adventure that will probably include wars and tragedy and sorrow. To live their lives in the world they will have to live in will require faith, love, and courage. So, world, I wish you would sort of look after them. Take them by the hand and teach them the things they will have to know. But do it gently if you can. They will have to learn that all people are not just, that all people are not true. But teach them also that for every scoundrel, there's a hero. That for every crooked politician, there's a great and dedicated leader. Teach them that for every enemy, there is a friend. It will take time, world, I know, but teach them that a nickel earned is far more valuable than a dollar found. Teach them to lose so they will enjoy winning that much more. Steer them away from envy if you can, and teach them the secret of quiet laughter. Let them learn early that bullies are the easiest people to whip in the schoolyard. Teach them the wonders of books, but also let them ponder the eternal mystery of birds on the wing, bees in the sun, and flowers on the green. In life world, teach them it is far more honorable to fail than to cheat. Teach them to have faith in their own ideas, even if everyone says they are wrong. Teach them to be gentle with gentle people and tough with tough people. Try to give these graduates the strength not to follow the crowd when everyone is getting on the bandwagon. Teach them to listen to all people, but teach them also to filter all they hear on a screen of truth and take just the good that siphons through. Teach them how to laugh when they are sad. Teach them there is no shame in tears. Teach them there can be glory in failure and despair in success. Teach them to scoff at cynics and to beware of too much sweetness. Teach them to sell their brains and their brawn to the highest bidder, but never, ever put a price tag on their heart. Teach them how to close their ears to a howling mob, but to stand and fight if they think they are right. Teach them there are times when they must gamble, and there are times when they must pass the dice. Treat them gently, world, if you can, but don't coddle them, because only the test of fire makes true steel. Let them have the courage to be impatient. Let them have the patience to be brave. Let them be no man's man or woman. Teach them always to have sublime faith in themselves, because then they will have sublime faith in mankind. This is quite an order, world, but you see what you can do, will you please? You see, they are special. They are dust devils, and they are ready to embrace you. Yours truly, Bob Albritton.
Thank you, Regent Albritton, and please accept this gift as a token of our gratitude and an opportunity each time you look at it to remember on May afternoon, 2016 in Laredo, Texas. Thank you.
Thank you.
I was reminded that I'd forgotten to introduce two of my colleagues. Juan Castillo, the Vice President for Finance and Administration, and Roseanne Palacios, Vice President for Institutional Advancement. They won't let me forget it. Now come to my favorite part of the program. It is my honor to introduce Alejandra Sofia Arellano, the distinguished student scholar from the College of Education, who will present remarks this afternoon. Alejandra, will you please make your way to the stage? Alejandra is the daughter of Nina Patricia Arellano Colon, originally from Nuevo Laredo. She graduated from United High School in 2012. Today, she graduates cum laude with a Bachelor of Science degree in Communication Disorders, having attained a 3.61 GPA. In the spring of 2013, Alejandra's mother passed away. Since then, she has worked 2 jobs to support herself and her 2 siblings while taking a full load of classes. In addition to working, Alejandra has been involved in several campus organizations. She is a member of the National Student Speech Language and Hearing Association and Sigma Tau Delta. Alejandra has worked on campus in the registrar's office and the Advising and Mentoring Center as a mentor. She was part of a study abroad program where she visited 5 countries in Asia to learn about language difficulties. Ms. Arellano plans to obtain a master's degree in deaf education at the Sunshine School for the Deaf and eventually pursue a doctoral degree in audiology. Please welcome the College of Education's distinguished student scholar, Alejandra Sofia Arellano.
Thank you, Dr. Arenas. Good afternoon, Dr. Keck, distinguished guests, faculty, and staff. I am truly honored to address all of my fellow graduates and their families. We are gathered here today in the best attire we can afford after a 4-year roller coaster ride known as college. As we struggle to stay awake and hope the bags under our eyes don't show too much in our photos as a result of our finals and research papers, I would like to put in words something of our journey together to get to where we are today. I'm sure we all have this fire of excitement burning within us for today, though I can't tell if it's the heartburn from so much coffee still running in our veins. Either way, this day marks an end to all the blood, sweat, and tears we invested in 4 years of our lives. We finally get to walk up here, strut our stuff, get our diplomas. Some of us in stilettos or dress shoes, others in chanclas or Converse. But we all get to shake Dr. Keck's hand in gratitude and with good cheer as we walk away with our degrees. To top it off, we get to celebrate the end of this chapter of our lives with our family, friends, peers, and faculty who gave us so much. Before we move forward, however, let's think back to how we got to where we are now. Let's move past the all-nighters, the not-so-fun scavenger hunts for last-minute parking, and the panic trips to the computer labs to print out that assignment you swore got erased from your pen drive. Let's go back to our freshman year here. Before attending TAMIU, there was an air of confusion as we left our last year of high school behind. Where were we going? What were we going to do with our lives? What did we want to become? What forms did we need? And what office should we report to first? In a haze of vagueness and with a knotted pit in my stomach, I took my first steps on the vibrant grass of a tranquil TAMIU campus, white-tailed deer silently watching me while grazing under the soothing shade of Texas oak trees. I will never forget my first day here. As I walked along the campus, the feelings of nervousness and excitement seemed palpable in the air among the incoming freshman class as nervous giggles rippled along the throng of jittery heads, occasionally bursting into laughter of teenage hysteria. We knew then that we were taking our first steps on our own, but with the training wheels of Dusty Camp and the UNIF program, so to speak. We were free from the restraints given in high school to decide what we wanted to do from here on out, what courses to take, on which days, and at what times. We weren't babies anymore. Attending class, completing the assignments and homework, and preparing for exams was completely up to us. Or not. We, who sit here today, are those who decided to take on that challenge and persevere. Like generations before us, our first year had us completing our basics of the core. For those of us still exploring our options, these classes could at times seem frustrating yet exhilarating because they inspired new interest yet also pulled us in multiple directions at once. And for those who already decided on a career path, these courses may have seemed tedious, anxiously waiting to finally start with the classes representing our majors and the skills needed for our future careers. Either way, as we struggle to complete our first year here, we realized that college would not be as easy as high school, and more challenges lay ahead of us to face. Sophomore year seemed to rush by in a blur, We all felt we had a knack of our college schedule, so many of us began to branch out in our student community. We became more involved by joining organizations, by realizing that professors are people as we talk to them more during their office hours, by looking into studying abroad, and we even began to catch the rhythm between school and work. Introduction courses for our major were also taken, and we finally had the first taste of what our futures may look like. Some of us fell by the wayside in a sophomore slump, while many more rose to the challenge of multitasking and budgeting our time well, something we will need as we move on to working, raising families, and carrying our civic duties. Junior year was another wake-up call. By now, we all faced professors in our majors that seemed out to get us. Fear and anger may have risen in us as the classes became more challenging, the sleepless nights lengthened, and a lingering question weighed in our minds. Is this what I really want? Seeing what our careers were composed of scared many of us. This was harder than we thought. Some of us may have changed our majors and were better and happier for it. This long and grueling year was important in deciding what we were passionate about, teaching us to reject what was expected for us to become. These professors impacted us in a way we now see as positive. They pushed our limits in order for us to realize what and who we want to become as professionals, as human beings. And finally, our senior year came. If we thought sophomore year rushed by, oh snap, were we wrong. By now, many of us developed an unbreakable bond with each other as we supported one another through obstacles. This bond has grown tighter with the tears of our frustration, the struggle through all-nighters, the challenge and inspiration of our professors' lectures, and the relentless perseverance to reach the finish line. By now, all of our knowledge and skills molded and refined inside the classrooms has been put to practice in our blocks, clinical practicum, and internships. These last challenges may have had us at our breaking points, but in spite of that, we can't deny that we had fun. We all finally had somewhat of a grip on time management, and as graduation came closer and closer, we felt nostalgic, as we knew this would be the last time we sat on that bench by Bullock Hall or order our coffee from Starbucks at the Killam Library before plopping on a couch to read a chapter. This year represented how responsible and independent we have become, and how confident we are now to face our futures. Thank you, Texas A&M International University, for becoming our second home. Thank you, family, friends, professors, and colleagues for the support along our journeys. Let us also thank our dearly departed, whom cannot physically attend our ceremony. Though the pain from your passing was deep, we know that you are smiling down on us today and that we made you proud. The wisdom gained, memories made, and friendships built throughout our years here will forever be engraved in our hearts as a foundation of the men and women we will become. Though it is hard to let go and say farewell, we shall go forth into the future with our Dust Devil pride, knowing that we are both survivors and conquerors. To sum what we have learned here, it is fit to use the words of Paulo Coelho, and I quote, "Remember your dreams, and fight for them. You must know what you want out of life. There's just one thing that makes your dreams become impossible: the fear of failure. This one's for you, Mom. I wish you all a beautiful day today and an even brighter future. Thank you. Congratulations, class of 2016. We finally did it.
That was wonderful. No. Alejandra, this is just a small gift from the university to you, so it is remembrance of this day. Thank you. You guys are lucky. You get 2 speeches, not 1. It is now my honor to introduce Ana Karen Galvan, the distinguished student scholar from the College of Nursing and Health Sciences, who will present remarks this afternoon. Ana Karen, will you please make your way to the stage? Ana Karen is the daughter of Jose and Adriana Galvan. She graduated from Alexander's Health and Science Magnet School in 2012. Today, she graduates magna cum laude with a bachelor's degree in nursing, having earned a GPA of 3.75. Ms. Galvan is a member of the Student Nurse Association, through which she has accumulated over 190 service hours and received the Presidential Service Award. She is also a member of Phi Kappa Phi, the National Honor Society. Ms. Galvan will begin working in pediatrics at Doctors Hospital after graduation. Her long-range goal is to obtain a Master's of Science in Nursing and become a family nurse practitioner. Please welcome the College of Nursing and Health Sciences Distinguished Student Scholar, Ana Karen Galvan.
Thank you, Dr. Arenas. Dr. Keck, distinguished guests, friends, family, faculty, staff, and graduates of the class of 2016. It is an honor to stand before you today on what is surely one of the most anticipated days of our lives. I would like to begin by addressing the families that have gathered here today. Thank you on behalf of every graduate in this room. Without your support, there is a great possibility that we would not be here at this moment. Much of what we have accomplished, we did so in order to make you proud. To the graduates of the class of 2016, congratulations. We did it. It took a great amount of reading, studying, and stressing, but here we are. I am certain that all of the graduates had their own hoops to jump through in order to get here. As nursing students, we most definitely did. We got through 12-hour clinicals, 10-page care plans, and exams in which all answer choices were correct, but one was more correct than the others. But we made it. And I know we can all agree, looking down at our caps and gowns today, that this is worth the obstacles. The degrees that we're about to hold in our hands have prepared us to achieve some incredible things. Thanks to our professors and this institution, we have been given the knowledge and the privilege to change lives. Some of us will even be saving them. It is a privilege that I know we will never take for granted. TAMIU has allowed us to learn from some amazing mentors over these 4 years. But now, we will be out on our own. We will be contributing to society while working at hospitals, schools, clinics. The list is never ending. We may be alone, but the words of our professors will be ringing in our heads over and over again. Airway, breathing, circulation. This is a phrase I know many of the nursing graduates will dream about. As I stand up here today, with all of my fellow classmates before me, I can't help but to look back to how this journey began. When we first enrolled at TAMIU, many of us had the same questions. What am I meant to do in life? What career path should I follow? How can I achieve success? These were questions that haunted us at night. Nevertheless, we somehow, and by some way, made our decision. For some of us here, that decision was nursing. Nursing is a beautiful career because it is both a science and an art. We will be there to explain medication uses and side effects to our patients, while at the same time holding their hand and letting them know that they are not alone. At that moment, there will be no doubt in our minds that we chose the right career. There will be no wondering about whether we are accomplishing what we were meant to accomplish. As Ralph Waldo Emerson so beautifully put it, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived, this is to have succeeded. Congratulations, fellow classmates. It is a privilege to share this day with you. Thank you.
Anna Karen, please accept this gift on behalf of the university so that you remember this day. Thank you and congratulations. Now the moment you've all been waiting for. Dr. Keck, will you please join me at the podium? And now, will all the candidates for the respective degrees and all faculty please rise? Dr. Keck, I certify that the graduates whose names will appear on the official graduation list will have completed all work required for their degrees and will be in compliance with the policies and regulations as approved by the Board of Regents and published in the official catalog of Texas A&M International University. On behalf of this community of scholars, the faculty, and staff, I recommend that their degrees be conferred.
By the authority vested in me, by the Chancellor, by the Board of Regents of the Texas A&M University System, acting under the enabling legislation establishing this university, and in pursuance of the recommendation of the faculty and academic administration, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree to which you are entitled with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Baccalaureate graduates, you may now move the tassel from right to left. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Marshals, will you please escort the candidates to the stage?
Mr. President, I now present to you those individuals upon whom a baccalaureate degree from the College of Education has been conferred. Diana Natalie Aquino. Emily Rose Benke. Maurice Lawrence Bell. Luis H. Benavides. Shelby Angelica Bigler. Cristina Bustamante. Sandra Lisette Dominguez. Graduating cum laude, Alberto Javier Dovalina, Jr. Stacy Edith Flores, graduating summa cum laude. Jessica Celeste Gámez. Arnold Garay. Abel Lorenzo Garcia. Berenice Alejandra Garcia. Ethel Garcia. Gerardo Alejandro Garcia. Graduating magna cum laude, Brianna Garza. Gustavo Axel Garza. Joshua James Garza. Amanda Elia Gonzalez. Graduating cum laude, Alejandra Sofía Arellano Colón. Juan Rubén González. María Araceli Guadián. Graduating cum laude, Rodolfo Daniel Guerra. Myra Elizabeth Gutierrez. Graduating cum laude, Sonia Lisette Gutierrez. Mirna Hurd. Graduating magna cum laude, María Teresa Hernández. Graduating cum laude, Paola Lisette Herrera. Sonia Alejandra Herrera. Joel Hinojosa III. Katie Leanne Jarsenbeck. Carlos Alberto Lagrange. Ana Laura Loera. Dallas Jacob Lopez. Ruby Lopez. Yesenia Isabel Lozano. Graduating magna cum laude, Andrew Walter McGee, Jr. Alejandra Martinez Garcia. Ana Manuela Martinez. Frances Janet Martinez. Jesus Javier Martinez, Jr. Graduating cum laude, Liz H. Martinez. Rosa Mariel Martinez. Crystal Medrano. Graduating magna cum laude, Ana Cecilia Mena. María Inés Mena. Adriana Elizabeth Niño. Graduating cum laude, Alejandra Vanessa Niño. Graduating magna cum laude, Clara Ochoa. Aldercy L. Ortegón. Alexandra Peñuñuri. Jessica Janet Porras. Graduating cum laude, Leticia Liseth Reyes. Ángel Robles. David Alejandro Rodríguez. Jonathan Rodríguez. Lluvia Stephanie Rodríguez. Tiffany Michelle Roldan. Graduating cum laude, Faye Janeth Rosales Rodríguez. Blanca Melissa Ruiz. Lauren Brittany Tucker. Senia Yesabel Velázquez. Graduating cum laude, Roberto Abraham Veloz. Celinda Marie Verastegui. Emilio Villarreal, Jr. Julieta Villarreal. Stephanie Marie Villarreal. Erica Eileen Zapata. Jose R. Zaragoza. Bernardo Cebadúa. Anisa L. Beltrán. Valeria Camarillo. Lorena Patricia Sestu. Graduating summa cum laude, Karen G. Doyle. Graduating cum laude, Jessica Y. Galindo. Graduating cum laude, Stephanie Gomez. Jennifer Nicole Garza. Graduating cum laude, Alejandra Judith Gloria. Esteban Andrés González. Juliana González. Graduating magna cum laude, Mireya Fanny Montemayor. Graduating cum laude, Erica Denise Perez. Stephanie Salas. Alisa L. Solis. Graduating cum laude, Clarisa Lisette Solis. Tania Villarreal. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the baccalaureate graduates from the College of Education. Mr. President, I now present to you those individuals upon whom a baccalaureate degree from the College of Nursing and Health Sciences has been conferred. Eduardo Aguilar. Jessica Edith Alcorta. Margarita Alejandrina Acosta Alvarado. Deyanira Aparicio. Samantha Arias. Joanna Marie Avalos. Gabriela Ayala. Irma M. Cepeda. Jose R. Cordova Jr. Christopher Donald Creamer. Rodney Jig Esqueda. Graduating magna cum laude, Ana Karen Galvan. Graduating cum laude, Giovanna Paola Favarato. Brenda Lisette Flores. Christine Michelle Flores. Laura J. Flores. Ana Sofía Gaitanos. Amy Asenet Garcia. Brianna Daniela Garcia. Rafael Eduardo Garcia. Alexis Rochelle Garza. Diana Iris Gaitan. Ingrid Gonzalez Mascareñas. Marcela Gonzalez. Martiniano Gonzalez Jr. Vanessa Sara Hernández. Ramiro Hinojosa Jr. Cynthia Huerta. Priscilla Yvonne Cawas. Consuelo Teresa Longoria. Irvin Jesus Lopez. Adriana Briseida Madrigal. Samantha Ignacia Macías. Andrea Martínez. Cristina Mata. Giovanni Francesco Melchor. Viridiana Montiel Vargas. Yanira Marie Núñez. Ladis Carolina Ochoa. Gabriela Alejandra Ontiveros. Leslie Marie Paredes. Melissa Ann Perez. Cynthia Erica Quintanilla. Mari Carmen Ramírez. Amanda Lauren Rangel. Rosemary Sada. John M. Saucedo Jr. Taylor M. Scales. Graduating cum laude, Roberto Jaime Trujillo. Graduating cum laude, Jovi Ann Digal Vargas. Ana Gisela Certuche. Nicole Kaylin Zimmerman. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the baccalaureate graduates from the College of Nursing and Health Sciences. Mr. President, I now present to you those individuals upon whom a baccalaureate degree from University College has been conferred. Laura Alicia Arellano. Cristina Bañuelos. Verónica Isabel Carrizales. Cynthia Elizabeth Flores Chapa. Víctor Jesús Guerra. Graduating cum laude, Carlos Francisco Irizarry Castillo. Sandra Suheil Martinez. Deyanira Morales. Verónica Rivas. Carmen Rodríguez. Graduating summa cum laude from the College of Arts and Sciences, Adam Lee Jefferson. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the baccalaureate graduates from University College and Arts and Sciences. Mr. President, I now present to you those individuals upon whom a master's degree from the College of Education has been conferred. Marisela Ayala Martinez. Melissa Yvonne Canales. Ángeles Paulette Cos. Carlos de la O III. Miriam Alejandra Elizondo. Maritza Ina Garcia. Sandra Elizabeth Hoover. Silvia Hasso Kaiser. Claudia Leiva Brizuela. Lee Angeli P. Luna. Cynthia Martinez. Gloria L. Martinez. Jessica Justine Gonzalez. Priscilla N. Miranda. Erica B. Ramon. María de Lourdes Ornelas. Arturo Peñalosa. Rosa Rincón. Roxana G. Rivera. Elizabeth Sainz Maldonado. Mirza Sandoval. Martha B. Sierra. Cristian Obed Tovar. Edna Joana Valadez. Alma Mónica Vela Mancillas. Dolores Araujo Jr. María Amelia Cruz. Jeanette Y. Fernández. Ana Alejandra García. Lisette Estrada Garza. Elizabeth González Hernández. Claudia Martínez Hector. Melissa Nuño López. Andrea Yvette Palacios. Angélica Ramírez. Cassandra Ramírez. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the master's graduates from the College of Education. And a round of applause for the May 2016 graduates from Texas A&M International University.
On behalf of the entire university community, I congratulate each one of you on the completion of your degree. In a few moments, graduates, you will go forth into this beautiful Laredo early evening, summer almost, maybe raining, your diploma proclaiming your readiness to enter that company of men and of women prepared by a university experience to labor, to lead, to inspire. We in the university have done what we can for you, and now it is your turn. Contrary to what is often asserted, I assure you that the world waiting outside this campus is no more daunting or cruel or complex than the world has ever been. All literature and history, and especially ancient writings, record the same dizzying, confusing array: cruelty and mercy, ignorance and enlightenment, greed and charity, falsehood and truth. Different, fragile, without precedent, is a government and a society conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men and all women are created equal. Thomas Jefferson wrote it, George Washington brought it to life, Abraham Lincoln preserved it, Eleanor Roosevelt taught us what it meant, Cesar Chavez and Martin Luther King brought reality and dream together. I challenge you then, as you begin your work in your new life, inspired by these examples and prepared by this university, to pursue and enhance this great vision, this conviction that the dignity and the welfare of each man and each woman is, for all of us together, our most precious possession. May it be said when you are done, we are better because he passed by. We are better because she was here with us. As with everything in your life, and our speakers both eloquently recorded, you needed support to get to this day. I invite you first to rise and join me in saluting your parents, friends, families, and neighbors who have come all around you to greet you. Thank you, family and community. And graduates, I invite you to join me in saluting the faculty and the staff of this university who took care of you, mentored you, brought you forward, and led you to this day. And now Ms. Dana Crabtree will lead us in singing the alma mater, which is printed on the back of your program, after which Joshua Yamas, President of Student Government, will offer a prayer of gratitude. Please stand.
We would like to invite all alumni, family, and friends to dedicate this time for a moment of silence, meditation, or prayer. And gentlemen, please remove your hats. As we gather this afternoon in celebration of our academic accomplishment, we are grateful for the completion of this stage of our lives and for the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. We acknowledge all those events over these past years, the joys, hard work, and even the difficulties, at times accompanied by sadness, for without them, we wouldn't have become the men and women that we are today. We ask for the strength to change our global landscape, for strength of mind and spirit to productively coexist with our fellow human beings, and for achieving peaceful solutions to our global problems. May our new alumni never forget this part of their lives, and may our efforts prove fruitful. Go in peace.
You may be seated. I would like to recognize 3 individuals this afternoon who have served Texas A&M International University combined for 88 years. I would ask that they stand and remain standing when I call their name. Ms. Candy Hine, Associate Vice President for Institutional Advancement, is retiring in mid-June after 23 years at Texas A&M International University. Dr. Conchita Hickey, Dean of University College, is retiring at the end of the month after 39 years. And President Ray Keck, who is leaving us to take the helm of Texas A&M University of Commerce after 26 years at Texas A&M International University. 15, which has been our president. We wish each of you success in your new endeavors, and please don't forget Texas A&M International University. A little dry from talking all the time. Congratulations, Texas A&M International University Spring 2016 graduates. This concludes our ceremony. I want to thank all of you, family, friends, and graduates for joining us this afternoon. Have a great day and celebrate your success, for your journey has just begun. I would ask that the audience please remain seated until the stage party and the graduates have left. Thank you.
people